So I'm going to talk about now the three most stressful job career choices you can make, how to avoid them, and if you can't deal with stress, which most nobody pretty much can, these are the type of jobs you want to avoid. So I'm talk about three career choices. Some of them are quite broad. So in at number three is advertising sales. Now this is so broad, it's unbelievable. However, sales I can believe because I've worked in sales. There's constant follow-ups, a lot of targets. Um, I heard the most amount of heart attack related work related incidents tend to be people working in sales. Now, strictly the top of that list in sales is advertising sales. I don't know why, I've never worked in the industry, but it must be pretty hard to sell advertising space nowadays with the internet. It's very little results, commission is very low, and there's a lot of follow-up involved. So chances are you need to avoid something, sales related. If you don't want something stressful, if you can somehow make it work, or you're willing to do it for a while, very good. Second is working in horticulture. So I think they're called loggers in certain parts of the world. If you are working, as a tree surgeon in the UK, they're a very stressful job. Also, landscape gardeners. Reason being, the job is pretty much the same. It's a lot of manual labor and it tends to be very seasonal. You can't actually do very well all year round unless you get some good contracts. So being a gardener, landscape gardener isn't something you want to actually be doing. It's tend to rank very high. Um, People get into the industry, get qualified, and don't actually work into it. So it's very stressful. Not much work around. People don't have much disposable income. Only certain people. Not to say you can't be successful. This list is nowhere near saying that you can't be successful. And the number one job you can do or industry you can work on is in the army. The military has there is a big gap between the rest of this, and it goes without saying, it's probably the worst job in terms of stress you can do. A lot of people join the army because they see it as an escape, a way out, or they just want to serve the country. Hats off to them. It's extremely stressful. There is just targets. You need to push yourself in every aspect. You need to change who you are, and obviously the risk involved into it. So if you are thinking of joining the army, please be prepared for the level of stress you are gonna, undergo.